On the Gdevelop homepage, click Start Your Game Now. Then again click Create, and here Create New Game. We use an empty project, leave the resolution the same, and call our project Fish Evader. Then we click Create New Game. Here on the empty canvas, we want to add a fish. We click right, Insert New, and in the search console we look for tropical fish, this one, and we add it to the scene. But it's too small, so we select it and then we change its width to 128. Its height should change too. We put it to the left of our screen, and then we are looking for a background. The background is called Sea Tiled Sprite. We select that and add it to the scene. We either can drag it to the upper left corner or just use its instance variables and change the y and the x coordinate to 0. From here we can just drag it across the screen, but now our fish is gone. Right click on the background and click on Send to Back. Our fish is back, and we can click on Preview to see the first state of our game. But when we try to resize the game, it doesn't seem to work right. Close the window, and then on the upper left we go for Properties and Icons. We scroll down to Resolution and Rendering and change this option to No changes to the game size. Then click Apply and Preview again, and now we can see when we drag our window, our resolution aspect ratio stays the same. That's what we want. Okay, now we need an opponent for our fish. Click Insert New, and we look for a jellyfish. We add it to the scene, and then we have to resize it like we did with our fish. Drag it to the center of the screen. And then maybe you can see it seems like the jellyfish is swimming to the opposite direction. So we click Flip Horizontally, and now it looks like both fishes are actually facing each other. Now we need some code to make our jellyfish move. We click Add Event. We don't need a condition for this, but Add Action. Select the jellyfish, and then scroll down till you see Add a Force. And now we can decide how much force we want to put on our jellyfish on each frame. Change it by -100 in the X direction, and now it moves into our fish. That's good, but nothing is happening right now, it's just passing by. We want the jellyfish to delete the fish if they collide. Now we need a new event, and now we need a condition. We select the jellyfish, and then we are looking for the condition called collision. Here it is, and we want to collide with the tropical fish. Click OK, and now we choose our action. So if both collide, we want the tropical fish to delete itself. So I add a new event group to make our sprite sheet more clear. We call this event group Fish Movement, then right click and add a sub-event. Click on the condition. Now we want to track if the player has pressed the key. So we're going for other conditions, keyboard key pressed, and we scroll down to find up. If the player presses the up key, we want our tropical fish to go up. So we add a force, 0 on the x-axis and minus 100 on the y-axis to move our fish upwards. And that works. Now we want to add an event for the down key. You can copy and then paste the event, and then you can just change the up key to the down key and just change minus 100 to 100. Again, preview, and now we can move upwards and downwards. But like we saw before, we can move out of the screen, which is not good. We want to avoid that. So what we are going to do is add a behavior. Click on the tropical fish, and then you have the properties window to the left. Click plus to add a property, and we look for the stay on screen behavior. And we click on preview, and now this behavior makes sure that our fish can't leave the screen. Try to go down. Excellent. Now our fish movement is actually done. We want to do something similar to the jellyfish. So at first we want to make a behavior for our jellyfish we call screen wrap, and this makes the jellyfish, if it leaves the screen, teleport to the opposite direction of the screen and continue its movement. That's not really interesting or exciting, so we can do something to make it a little bit more difficult for our fish to evade. Click Ctrl and C on the jellyfish, and then Ctrl and V to paste 1, 2, or 3 more jellyfishes to the scene. So this is a little bit more interesting, but still not that exciting. So we go to the sprite sheet, and on the movement for the jellyfish, we are going for the 0 on the x-axis, and we type in random in range, and then we add minus 150. So now in each frame, our jellyfish is moved by a random number to the left or to the right, and so it looks a little bit like it's floating, which makes it a little bit more pleasant to watch. And now we only want to add one more thing. So we want to add a text to show our player when we actually lost the game. We add a text, call it game over text, size 180, and give it a red color. And then we call our text game over exclamation mark. Apply, drag the text on the scene. So now it's on the screen and we would see it if the game starts, but we want to prevent that. So at first, we add a new event group for our game over. We add a sub-event. You could also do this by Shift and D. Then we add a condition, and we want to make sure that on the start of the scene, what are we selecting here? At the start of the scene, the game over text should hide itself. Can delete this with right-clicking and then delete, or just with the delete key. And then we want to add to our game over text show when the jellyfish is colliding with our fish. So our fish gets deleted and we see game over, and that's our first game. Congratulations.